It's about 6 in the morning. We're on our way to LAX, and all we have is a confirmation code and 2 passports, and we have absolutely no idea where we're going.
Travel is a lifestyle, but sometimes it's hard to unplug from life back home. No matter where you are on your life's journey, if you travel aggressive, there's no limit to where you could go. So let me show you how.
Oh, here we go.
Are you ready?
We're in the process of checking in, so we're figuring out where we're going. Ready?
There we go.
Where we go?
All right, so maybe I should pause for a minute and tell you how the heck we ended up with a mystery ticket on Alaska Airlines.
So the way we did this was kind of low tech. Somebody that watches the show reached out and said, "Hey, I want to help out. Can I do something?" I said, "Yes."
Everybody, meet Bree.
Earlier this year, I offered my Alaska Airlines companion fare code to a friend of mine, Tay, over at How to Travel, and he accepted on the grounds that I did not tell him where he was going. So he and a very brave friend arrived at LAX this morning with nothing more than flight time and a confirmation code.
I'm like almost a little nervous.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Are you ready?
We're in the process of checking in, so we're figuring out where we're going. Ready?
There we go.
Where we go? Where are we going?
Anchorage, Alaska! We're going to Anchorage, Alaska. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. We are going to Alaska, y'all. We're going to Alaska.
We got to start Googling and figure out what we're going to do.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do some kind of shotgun trip planning here. If I have like absolutely no idea about anything of the place I'm going, the first place that I go is actually Lonely Planet. What Lonely Planet is good for is they have like a really good little blurb to Anchorage. Locals like to say that Anchorage is only 30 minutes from Alaska, wedged
Between 5,000-foot peaks and an inlet filled with salmon and whales, the Big Apple of the North is unlike any other city. At first glance, the traffic, strip malls, and suburban sprawl can feel off-putting, but inside those strip malls are top-notch restaurants serving fresh
seafood. Oh,
where bears wander bike paths and moose munch on neighborhood gardens. The 2 roads that lead in and out of town spool right into some of the most majestic wilderness in the world.
So I'm kind of thinking just off of this blurb, okay, we want to do like at least like one solid day like eating in Anchorage, and I kind of think we might want to look at like renting a car. It sounds dumb, but I actually just like go straight to Google Maps a lot of times just to like, you know, see what's around a place. I'm thinking like national parks, Denali.
Yeah.
We're in Seattle for a layover, and I think it's like a 10-minute layover, so we
gotta book it.
on the way there we need to like book an Airbnb for tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it now.
Airbnb looked less exciting, but maybe I tried booking.com and just look for like central Anchorage so we have a place to go when we get there.
Another option here. Let's see. Sheraton.
Okay, so I'm hungry because we haven't eaten anything like all day. When we get there, I wanted to get a few places that we want to eat.
Yeah.
What I did first is I looked on eater.com because a lot of times they'll have articles about, you know, some of the best places or best new places in many like world cities. But it actually popped up Culture Trip, which gave me like kind of a top 10 list. All right, so we finally made it to where we didn't know we were going.
And we're here in Alaska.
It's like a little chilly.
Yeah, it is cold. Good thing I brought my shorts.
And flip-flops.
Yes.
This is gonna be our last frontier.
Is this best hotel in Anchorage? 5-star? Baller on a budget life?
real question is like, what the did we pack for a trip to nowhere? Shorts that you can run in. Swim shorts, because you can use those when it's cold too. I've got 2 pair of jeans. That'll last me 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4 t-shirts. You can wear those anywhere. Something resembling flip-flops. Shoes you can move fast in. Sweatshirt with the one jacket that I wore on the plane today. And these guys. And that's it.
I guess I will be wearing the Hawaiian t-shirts.
Maybe I should tell my bank I'm in Alaska.
Cheers
All right,
to the
to
last
a new-
frontier.
Oops. This is actually a pretty challenging place to just go to for like a week.
Yeah, or more so for like 2.5 days.
I think that's what you do in Anchorage in October is just like eat. Okay, so it's PFD day, which means that Alaskans all get their personal fund of oil royalties today, which means everyone's balling out with $1,600.
Hashtag PFD day.
Our server told us with some fighting words, PFD is only for trash that clog up the Best Buy and all of the like rowdy bars down the street with the mechanical bull in it. So
Happy PFD!
Yes. But PFD day is like, I'm rich, I'm entitled, I have free money, and let's go spend it however I want.
happy PFD day, everybody.
Going to the speakeasy at Woloa. We're going to the Ratchet Club.
It's where the PFDs go. Do you want a reindeer hot dog?
Yes.
All right, checking in PDF night. I just got entered in a raffle for free for a whole Jaeger machine. Love Alaska. PDF, everybody. All right, well, it's PFD Saturday, which I think means that all the Alaskans, you know, that like rolled into town to get good deals at Best Buy and go on the mechanical bull are like rolling back out of town. But I'm also really glad that we were in Anchorage for the PFD night, you know? Like, how random is that?
That's like a national holiday for them.
Yeah, big deal. I love like the big stores had like PFD sale.
Forget Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, like Black Friday vibes. State Park, and all of it is like inside the city limits of Anchorage. So like we're still in the city of Anchorage, and we will be for like the next hour. We decided instead of going to Denali, which oftentimes like the weather isn't good enough and you can't see it, we're gonna go down the Kenai Peninsula, down the Seward Highway. But we decided actually we're gonna go all the way to Homer, where we've got an Airbnb tonight.
Chilling.
Like hella glaciers everywhere. This one is called Portage Glacier, and they've got like little boats that go out. Well, it looks like we're no boats until May. We can get out and look at the glaciers.
Yeah.
There's like a bajillion. Just can't go on a boat. In October, everything's closed, including the stairs. This is the place that you used to have to like put your car on a train.
Here we go, lights are on.
Like it's one lane, so they just alternate traffic. Like this is the place you go when you were like looking rough. I got too many teeth. You know what? This is kind of like the cool thing of a surprise trip is I don't know when I would ever have planned to come here, ever, right? I think we made the right pinch decision to just get a car because it gives us the flexibility to do like whatever we want. We're kind of ahead of schedule. So Seward is only like 30 miles. We drive in 30 miles and then drive out 30 miles. So like, okay, you want to just like go in there, check it out?
Yeah, plot twist.
Obviously Alaska's really rugged, you know, and like almost everybody lives in Anchorage. Or There's only like maybe like 200,000 people in Alaska that don't live in Anchorage. But what kind of surprised me even around Anchorage is like everything else that shows up on the map is like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
You know. It's like the national park, visitor center's closed. Everything's closed. It's all closed. No problem. Just means, you know, you get to do different stuff. So I also didn't realize Seward is where the Iditarod starts.
Yeah,
Yes.
938 miles to Nome
On a dog.
during the winter. Burr.
Why? Okay, so far no moose sightings.
Oh!
Oh, that's a truck.
Just kidding.
Alert! Moose.
Moose alert.
Moose
Detour.
sighting. Moose sighting. It's in someone's yard.
Oh, we can go.
Oh, no, that's a caribou.
Oh,
Reindeer. This is literally the furthest that you could get away from Anchorage in this direction. Like, at their Homer,
south of
it just stops.
Yeah. There's Russia on the other side. Oh no. There's not. Sarah Palin's probably down there.
So, if Alaska was bought from Russia for like 2 cents, was the church included?
That's a bonus.
Yeah. You get a bunch of dead Russian people. Alert. Alert. Moose sighting.
I hope it's a moose, not a deer.
Ready, set, moose.
Oh, go back. There's 2 left.
Alaska sightings, check. Reindeer, moose, Russia. Now all we gotta see is a bear and Sarah Palin herself. So I think like all of these, well, at least a lot of them are halibut boats.
Yeah, because Homer is the halibut capital of Alaska. So we're
And
having
maybe
halibut
the world.
tonight. So we found it. It's open, and there's a lot of dollar bills here.
These are all of the $1 bills that the United States used to buy Alaska from Russia.
Yeah.
Yo, I think there's like enough ones in here to be the same amount as the PFD this year.
Yes, it's probably even more.
Pretty cool.
All right, let's go in.
Nice. And we're back. This time, we know where our flight is going and what time it leaves. Homer is about 4.5 hours from Anchorage. I think we're actually already in the city limits. Friendly reminder to check all of your PFD
Items,
collections.
Lexus.
Okay, so when we left LAX, we had no idea where we were going, and we ended up,
In Anchorage, Alaska. Anchorage, Alaska, y'all. Anchorage, Alaska.
which on Alaskan Airlines maybe wasn't that surprising of a location. Like in October, it was like just aggressive of enough of a location to make it kind of challenging and fun, right? The other thing I loved about this trip is that because we had no idea where we were going, we ended up in places that I would
Never go.
would probably not plan to go. Coming to Alaska in October is 100% off season. So if we do this again, the one thing that I would want to do is actually get on a boat or a plane or a helicopter.
But everything's closed in October.
Even though a lot of stuff was closed, it was worth it to be here during PFD weekend. I didn't realize how much of a cultural event PFD is.
Big weekend for the locals. People are flying all over, just come and shop.
And are literally flying out of the airport with us right now to go back to Nome, Alaska with all their TVs that they bought at Costco. Glad to see you for the PFD. Cheers.
Cheers.
Travel aggressive.
No, but yeah, PFD is a big cultural thing.
Hey, shout out to Bree. Thanks for a fun, wild, crazy trip. And PFD.
And we can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, even more aggressive next time.
Yes, more aggressive.